Hello and welcome to today's Bitrix24 webinar self-hosted advantages. Thank you for joining today. Okay, so we'll just go through some introductions. My name is Sam Connor. I'm a sales engineer here at Bitrix24 Gold Partners Interface. We're based in the UK, the US and Hong Kong, and we offer a full range of services to help you with Bitrix24. So starting off with pre-sale support, so what we can do is discuss your requirements in detail to see if Bitrix24 would be a good fit for your business. And if it is, we can then implement the system for you and set it up to manage your requirements. If you're looking at a self-hosted edition, we offer our own hosting services and we can provide you with training and ongoing dedicated support to really ensure you get the most investment from using Bitrix24. Okay, so if you've joined today's webinar and you're new to Bitrix24, it's important to actually understand what Bitrix24 is. So it is a collaboration suite of well in excess now of 35 different tools that you can use to help you in managing your business. So for modules including sales, projects, HR, and specifically today we're going to be looking at the self-hosted advantages. There are over 10 million customers now that use Bitrix24 around the world, and the system is available in two different editions. So you have the Bitrix Cloud and the Bitrix Self Hosted solution. And prices start from $49 for a monthly cloud basic license, and a self-hosted solution starts off at the Business 50 package, which is $2,990 for a lifetime license. But please do bear in mind you will need the budget for of the Bitrix24 self-hosted system. So we're going to be going into detail to really look at the different aspects and features available on the self-hosted system. It is the most advanced Bitrix24 system. And there are two different editions available. So the self-hosted system here, the first one we'll look at here is the Bitrix24 Business Edition. So the Business Edition is the most popular and usually the most suitable solution for most businesses. This starts off at the 50 user package and goes up to the 500 user package. So it's a very scalable product. You can add more users to the system as your business grows. And with this you get access to features not available on the Cloud Edition. So that includes the extranet site. So we'll have a look at how we can customize the extranet site. You have access to the help desk module and the e-learning module. So those are some additional features you do not have access to on the Bitrix Cloud system. And then we also have the Bitrix24 Enterprise Edition. So the Enterprise Edition, this is our most advanced product, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to establish an unlimited number of intranets which can all be managed by a single global administrator. So to kind of give you an example of this use case, a company could operate in maybe multiple countries, and you may want to have actually individual sites with different languages for each office location. And that could then be all managed from one global control panel. So all of your actual settings and configurations, they can be managed by your technical team from the one control panel. So that's a really nice feature, that separate divisional feature. And with the Enterprise Edition as well, we have some additional plugins, which I'll show you later on, which gives you the ability to further kind of customize the actual system, so we can actually start to separate the CRM module. Okay, so that's a look at the different editions of the self-hosted system. Now let's start to look at some of the different benefits of actually using a Bitrix24 self-hosted solution. Okay, so one of the main benefits of the self-hosted solution is the ability to customize the platform. Okay, so both the business and enterprise solutions, they're full content management systems that can be customized extensively. So we'll see later on actually we have access to the source code, and with that gives you the ability to fully customize the system. We can all advanced ways within that control panel. So if you are currently using the Bitrix Cloud solution, then I think you'll be extremely impressed with the additional functionality and kind of capabilities that the control panel gives you. It really gives you a lot more control over how you use the system. Okay, another really key benefit of the self-hosted system is that you have full access to the source code. So this means if a customization you want maybe can't be configured within the actual control panel, it is usually possible to do this directly in the code. Okay, so Bitrix is built on its own framework in PHP, so changing source code really should only be attempted if you have experience of PHP and has a very good knowledge of the Bitrix24 system as well. So if you are thinking of maybe adapting the code to build a customization, it's very important you get in touch with ourselves who have lots of experience of building customizations, because if you do try to do this yourself, you could come into errors further down the customization. We also have access to the API, so if you're wanting to maybe perform some integrations, then you have the API which allows you to integrate with thousands of different web applications, and if you have an API on your other systems, we can then connect the two systems together to push the data between those two systems. So you can really start to see some of the additional capabilities you have with the features of a self-hosted system. And then finally, the self-hosted solutions have a number of extra features not found on the cloud products. So we briefly touched upon these already, but what you have the ability to have access to is, for example, the help desk module. So you can submit help desk tickets into your Bitrix control panel. There's also the e-learning module and deeper analytics, custom pages using the page editor wizard. So later on in the webinar, we'll see how we can create a policies page inside the system. The navigation menu can be controlled and customized from a really nice feature that the self modules are customizable, so it is possible to actually create your own. Yeah, we have a question there. So how do I access the control panel? So just to be clear, you do need the self-hosted edition to access the control panel, and you need to be an administrator. So a standard user would not be able to see or access the control panel. But if you have those administrator rights, then in the top of the screen here, you can see the control section. So I can click on the button here to show, and that then opens up the control panel tab here. So this gives me the ability to now start editing my self-hosted system. So it could be, for example, I want to create a new page. So I can click the create page button, and that now opens me up to the create page wizard, and I can start to customize my own unique. Okay, so let's just now go through and actually edit an area of the. Okay, and then we're going to go into the about section, because that's the area where we're actually going to be creating the new page in the system. So inside here, first of all, what we need to do is actually create the page itself. So inside here, what I'm going to do is create a new file. And a very popular type of page that we see our customers creating on their self-hosted system is a policies page. So where you can store information. Apologies, we're just reloading the system. just while we're waiting for that to reboot, if you are interested in finding out more about the self-hosted solution, we will add our details at the end of today's webinar. And we can now see the content has been fed into the front end of the Bitrix24 system. And we can see we have that policies menu item, and the information we added on the content has been added and displayed in the front end of our Bitrix24 system. Features that you create in your Bitrix24 system: corporate identity. So we've removed here the Bitrix24 branding and added our own unique branding and information to the system. And you can have your own URL on here as well. So how do I set up tasks for users? So if you just go back into the Bitrix24 system, an area that is available on the self-hosted but also on the cloud is the tasks and projects area. So I think based on your question, you're simply asking how do I set up tasks. Then there's different ways. First of all, if you want to manually create a task, to automate the task creation, so if it's a task maybe that you need to repeat, there is the repeat task feature here. So you can so you could come into here and repeat that task every month. Okay, and then once I've completed it, I can view my results. You may want to set a benchmark for what a user has to get to actually pass the test. So all of that in detail is in your e-learning system. And again, the actual framework and the back end of this is in the control panel. So here we can see all the courses that have been created in this self-hosted system, and I can then go into here and add a new course. And this is something we can train you on. If this is a feature you're interested in, we're able to train you on all of these different features, including the help desk and the learning module in the Bitrix24 system. Okay, let's just see if we don't have any more questions right now. Okay then, so moving on, now we'll start to look at some of the capabilities of integrations in the self-hosted system. So this is really the third important benefit, I would say, of using the self-hosted solution. It is the capability of building integrations. So first example, you can create forms. So forms can be built on public-facing landing pages and websites. And what we can do is bring this information into Bitrix24. So you don't actually have to have created the form inside your Bitrix24 system. We can also use advanced integrations from maybe another system. So if you wanted to connect via the API, we could then connect with another system, and that could then trigger the creation of a new business process that you have created inside Bitrix24. We can also use email integrations. So I've mentioned earlier on about how we can integrate mailboxes and create rules, which could then allow you to create a new support ticket in the help desk module. So that's a really nice integration you could do. But the self-hosted system also allows you to fully sync incoming emails with the CRM, and we can then also create more advanced rules. So it could be, for example, a mail comes into a particular mailbox, and then what we could do is create certain items such as tasks within a work group, for example. So it just gives you more advanced capability compared to the Bitrix24 Cloud system, where you would have to manually create a task from an email. And then we have the APIs and webhooks. So Bitrix includes an API which allows for full integration with other systems. So it could be, for example, your finance system as an example, or your ERP system. And that could be up to you in terms of how the integration works, if it's a one-way or a two-way integration. And other systems we've worked with before are, for example, Oracle, MailChimp, Trello, and you can integrate e-commerce platforms with Bitrix24. What you need to make sure is that they have access to an API, or it is capable of using inbound and outbound webhooks to build a connection. Okay, so moving on to look at the different hosting options for the self-hosted edition. So first of all, you have a choice to either host in-house, so you can host Bitrix24 on your own local server, or you can also host on your own private cloud. Okay, so for self-hosting, what we can provide you with is a virtual appliance. And this is a free application that allows Bitrix to run in a pre-configured and fully secured virtual environment. And this saves you a lot of time on the product installation and maintenance, and it also improves the overall system performance of your Bitrix24 system. The alternative solution, if you don't want to host it yourself, if you don't have the capability or resources, the other option is to have partner hosting. So we can provide our own hosting services for the self-hosted solution, and you can decide which area of the world you would like to have this system hosted in. So with this, what we have is really a dedicated cloud solution. And the benefits of using our partner hosting are the server performance, and the whole setup is completely managed by ourselves. You don't need to worry about that. And we optimize the server for complete speed and to allow you to have optimal performance of your using the system. We'll ensure your data is completely secure and is backed up to whatever your backup requirements are. And a key feature I would say is, because you're using our hosting service, it is very scalable. So you don't need to invest in brand new servers if you need to scale your Bitrix24 system. We can apply additional capacity as and when required. So essentially, partners like ourselves are specialists in managing your server for you, and partner hosting saves you time, and I'd say it provides you with peace of mind. If it's not something you're very familiar with, we really would recommend taking our hosting to save you the hassle really that you could go to try and get your hosting system set up. Okay, so moving on to look at the pricing for the self-hosted edition. The license starts from $2,990, so that is for a Business 50 edition. It is called a lifetime license, but please be aware, so in year one you receive maintenance and patch updates to the system. If you want to continue receiving those updates, you need to pay a renewal on the license. So in year two and ongoing annually, you need to budget approximately 25% of what the license fee is for that renewal. So for example, here on a Business 50 edition, you'll be looking at $747.50 for the license renewal. In terms of hosting, if you are interested in partner hosting, you're looking at around $2,250 for around 100 gig of storage capacity. Now again, that can be scaled, so if you want, say, a 500 gigs or a terabyte, it can be completely adapted to what you need for your specific project. If you're thinking about any customization work or integrations, those have been two key areas of benefits that we've mentioned today for the self-hosted system. So if that's critical for you, and if you know what you're looking for, we can look to give you a price for that work. But yeah, please do bear in mind to add that to your budget for the project, because there will be a cost for the customization or integration work. And really the last aspect to the pricing aspect is to budget for training and ongoing support. There really is no point in buying a self-hosted edition of Bitrix with all of those advanced features without having training and ongoing support in place, because you'll find that you get no benefit to using the system without having comprehensive training, so you can actually understand how the Bitrix24 system works. And because the self-hosted system is such a scalable and customizable product, it can be very easy to break the system in terms of if you're adapting the source code. You can come into complications. So it's really critical that you have ongoing dedicated support from an expert who uses Bitrix, like ourselves. We are the biggest self-hosted solution partner in the world, so we can provide you with ongoing dedicated support to not just help you get the most out of the system, but also make sure you get the biggest return on your investment from using the self-hosted edition of Bitrix24. Okay, so now moving on to